Hello, welcome back to another episode of Connor's Corner. This is episode 6 where we will be going over budgeting. A quick snapshot here, or statistic, all right, is that 89% of people who use a budget say it helps them get out or stay out of debt. And over 80% of people say it makes them feel more in control of their finances. All right, so a budget, while seemingly very, very simple, can also just make you feel more at ease about your financial situation. Okay. Um, a budget seems very restrictive overall. And so when I talk to clients and you bring up the word budget, it almost seems like it's the bad guy, right? It's you're spending improperly, you know. But what it really can do is if you use it the correct way as a tool is to show you that if you are paying yourself, paying your expenses, paying for your goals that you want in the future, it also can show that you have an extra amount of dispensable income. To go and enjoy life with too. And so that's one thing that a budget, which we'll get into, it just really creates that sense of clarity. It makes you understand and also allows you to plan for specific goals that you have in your life. Okay, some psychology, I should say, of finance here. All right, so spending habits, inconsistent savings, undefined goals, and emergency expenses. A budget solves all of these. Okay, a budget lets you know, what am I spending money on? Am I wasting it? Is Amazon showing up to my house way too often? Right? Inconsistent savings. If I do not have a budget, then that means each month I'm changing my cash flow, which means that some months I save, some months I don't. And as we know, if we don't save one month, that continues to usually snowball into multiple months of not saving or potentially even being in the red, right? Undefined goals, so if I don't have goals, which means that I don't know what I'm saving for, a budget can be a tool to help us create those goals. Hey, every month I have an extra $300-400. Oh, I should put it toward retirement. I should put it toward something for my kids. I should save for a vacation. You name it. It allows us to create goals for ourselves as well. And then the last one is emergency expenses, right? Things that happen in our lives that we, of course, do not want, but everyone has their ups and downs, right? I'm driving to work, get a flat tire. Next thing you know, I have to go to the auto repair shop and they're telling me, here's extra $800 or something that I have to pay off for 4 new tires that I wasn't expecting, right? A budget will allow us to build in some of those unforeseen expenses, all right? And so if we do that, we can go and while, as I say, something that seems very restrictive actually gives us peace that when a worst case scenario happens, we have the money available to pay for those and go about our life. All right. Why people don't budget. All right. A lot of what it really is that people have a fear about it, right? They're going to look into it and go, oh my gosh, I'm paying this much to my debts that I kind of hide in the corner that I don't want to talk about, right? That student loan payment that was years ago and I haven't got it under control, right? Missed opportunities, oh my gosh, I wish that I would have put money away and I didn't and the market went up, or I should have invested in that, or anything like that. And then really past mistakes, right? I shouldn't have bought that car. It was a bad decision when I was 22, something like that, where it's just a budget has to kind of bring those to life and bring them out of the closet. But what that also allows us to do is that once we know where we're at, we can build upon it. If we don't know where we're at, it's very hard and changes month to month and puts us in a worse financial spot. And that's really the short answer, is that having a budget puts you in a better financial spot for the future because you know where your money is going, which means you can make changes to your financial life for your better well-being. Okay. The simple side on how to even build a budget. All right. There's tools. You can use Excel. There's different apps. Of course, you'll see them on commercials. You can, a lot of these are free. Rocket Money, Every Dollar is a Dave Ramsey one. There's one called Wallet. But really what it's doing here is it's saying, hey, here's my income. I'm going to subtract out my deductions, 401k, healthcare, tax, of course, right? And then after that, I'm going to go into my fixed things that I need to live, right? Food, shelter, things of that nature. And then, of course, after we want to pay ourselves first, retirement goals, savings, goal accounts. I want to buy a house, something of that. And then we get our disposable income. All right. Here is an Excel, right? And as I say, this is nothing that's very fancy because a budget really isn't. It can be done on a piece of paper. It can be done with Excel. It can be done with one of those apps. But if I have a person here who makes $90,000. Looking at they fund their 401k, they have some state and tax liability. We can see their after tax and 401k. We then get their after tax monthly wage, where then we go out and subtract, hey, their mortgage or rent, right? Going down the line there, we see that our total expenses, go to 2,900. We've got 57 after tax coming in. And so what that allows us to say is, hey, I can actually go and put 15%, and I always like to say fun money, right? For vacation planning, for any of this, you want to go and enjoy life, right? And then at the same point, if we didn't have our bank account build or something, we would see we have $1,900 monthly that can go to something, okay? More debt, something of that nature. But what this allows us to do is not only is there a piece in here that is for you to enjoy life, and which is what we all want to do. Money should give us the opportunity to go and do the things that we're passionate about, but also it shows us that we're also taking care of business on the side of paying our expenses, paying ourselves through retirement accounts or savings, and not doing silly things with our money. Okay. But this is a super, super simple. As I say, it's not anything special. A lot of my clients, this is literally what I use. I show them this because at the end of the day, a budget is not fancy. It's very, very simple. Okay. And structure creates freedom, as I say. So now the psychology of all those fears and whatnot can go away. It can be seen just as we saw in that budget slide that, hey, I am taking care of business. I have a little bit extra money per month, which I can do some of these pictures here, just things that you could be passionate about, right? I've got more time to play some golf. I can afford that extra round. Or, hey, I've got, as we see here, right? I've got $855 per month. Well, that's 200 and whatever bucks a month. Okay. Hey, I can go play a round of golf. I can go do this. I can go out to eat. Okay. But if we don't know that we have that extra money, maybe we do some of those things too often, and then we get in the red per month and we go, where is our money really going? Okay. Simple one, back to basics here. Everything starts with the budget and you build upon it. You have to be in the green monthly to be able to save and put yourself in a better position. All right. As always, follow our socials as you can see them all here. And I always thank you for watching our videos. So let us know if you have any questions. Do your budgets today. Make 2026 the best year yet. Have a good one. Bye.